I was thinking about the other day how it's such a common thing to say, I wish that life had instructions or a user's manual and I just knew what I was supposed to do. And I mean, I think we've all thought that in one way or another as we go through life, how crazy complicated it is, how we feel like we're just stumbling around in the dark, and why can't we have a little more direction, right? And it occurred to me that if I embraced this idea, so say we were born with instructions, we knew immediately who we're supposed to be friends with, what jobs we're supposed to take, where we're supposed to go. The most restrictive life, it's not our parents telling us, it's our entire existence telling us these are the important people, so go towards them. This is what you should be looking at right now. Focus your attention on this. How inauthentic our lives would become. How do we ever know who we really were if we're told what's important to us and what to embrace? And maybe it is the real us, but because we're never able to question and expand and work on it and grow in this way in our minds and in our hearts, building this connection within ourselves to our souls, to the world around us. And I think one of the most important things in life is our own self-image of how we see ourselves and our place in the world. And if we just are following what we're told constantly, if we just had instructions which would make life easy, we knew ahead of time the horrible events that would happen, we'd be able to plan our reaction, everything would be really calm and controlled. There'd be no great tragedies really, because you could be prepared, and life would just lose all its colors. And I think the times that my depression has been the worst is when I felt like I couldn't control anything. Like I was just in this autopilot mode that I couldn't break through from. Like for whatever reason, I had little freedom within my life, or I felt like I had little freedom within my life. And so I just felt frustrated and pressured, and that flight or fight response goes off, but there's nothing to do with it. You just start to like simmer inside, and uncertainty creeps in, and self-doubt, and then your image of yourself is changing. And maybe this is a bad example, because maybe there are some good things to have some more instructions in life, but I think it's like extremely vital that we don't know what we're doing. Like I think it's important that we have to use every resource within ourselves and in our world around us, and to create these little connections in our mind of things that feel right, or we kind of push against a little bit and they resonate wrong. So we know nobody tells us. We find out for ourselves, trial and error, through failures, which I think is like a huge part of life, just falling flat on your face and tripping up and realizing this isn't the way I want to go. How would you know otherwise? So the fact that we're just stumbling around lost maybe is what it's all about. It gives us so many opportunities to be authentic and true to ourselves and better, and to transform in ways that, without knowing ahead of time what transformations it creates, like what paths it puts you on, what places it puts you on. There's always this underlying mystery and fascination to life. It's terrifying and exciting all at once. It's the great unknown, that if you took that unknown away, what would be the point of living? Where would be that spark, that pulse of electrical energy that goes through us when these moments happen that we're not sure of ourselves, or we suddenly feel drawn to something, or we're making that career change, or we're falling in love, or we're just feeling drawn to something we never thought we could. It's invigorating. It's the fuel of life. And if that was taken away, so that we had confidence and assurance and knew what we were doing and never had to question and I mean, I just don't think that, I think that would be kind of miserable. As beautiful as it sounds, in moments of complete frustration and fear, anxiety, when you have so many things in front of you, so many roads in front of you, and you feel like each one is like so important to yourself, to others, and you sit at these crossroads. I know I have, and you sit there as long as you possibly can, you know, because you just know each choice you make, there's no going back. And you enter this reality, even in split-second decisions, like what you're going to eat for breakfast, and you've set yourself on this track, just by the small things, let alone the big decisions. We change the outcome constantly of our lives without even realizing it. But that's like the incredible beauty of it. That's the essence of it. To be in that moment, to mindfully acknowledge your freedom to experience whatever's coming at you or whatever's inside you, your own unique way, and to let it resonate, to let it speak to you, to find that calm quiet on your own. You don't need instructions for it. You sense where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do, but only in the moments as you live them. And I think that's a big part of life. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and thanks for listening to my ramblings. Love you all.